have finally made it to Pompeii. The weather is absolute trash today. It's been raining all morning ever since I left the house. I'm just gonna go through the ticket entrance now and then we'll go explore, baby. Imagine you're just walking around here 2,000 years ago and then out of nowhere you hear an earthquake. Next thing you know, massive explosion out of what you think is a mountain, and then boom. Yeah, scary. Apparently this was used as the courtroom and kind of like the commerce area where you could exchange goods. It's crazy seeing a place like this, dude. Like, people actually used to live here. I'm just so curious as to how this would have looked like 2,000 years ago. I found an AI video of what it kind of would have been like. So yeah, I've tagged the creator of the video in the description. So this is supposed to be the main square where they'd organize events, activities, singing, poetry, so on. Had to pull out the umbrella because it's raining. Holding this umbrella like this, plus the camera, is so annoying, dude. This was one of the biggest cities in Italy, so imagine if in 2,000 years people are walking around Manchester and this is what it looks like, because it was buried alive by, well, let's say, a nuclear bomb. Hopefully not in Manchester, maybe on Liverpool. Let's keep the United players alive. They're already shit enough here. Let's see what we got here. It's wild, like, when you think about it, this would be a big house. Like, you'd have one room, living area, with a nice painting on the wall, by the way. Another living area, room 2, 3, 4. God damn, dude. These guys were living better than we are now. You probably can't see, but there's mountains going all around the town. So that day when the volcano hit, they would have had like absolutely no idea. They would have just heard a massive rumble, and next thing you know, there was a huge explosion of fire. The volcano hadn't been active for so long. Vegetation and everything had grown onto the mountain, so it looked like a completely normal mountain. Can you imagine the fear when they realized? I don't know how quick it was, what happened exactly. I just know they were buried in ash. Like, where do I go? 1, 2, 3, I can't go there. 4. Let's go with 4. This place is way bigger than I thought. It's 12 square kilometers, which I think is probably like roughly the same size of the town I'm living in at the moment. Which is wild to think about. This was built 2,800 years ago. This is beautiful. I would have wanted to live here back in the day. Damn. Damn, son. So this one here would have been the biggest house in the whole city. Massive, dude. Imagine 2,000 years ago this was your house. You were balling. He was drowning in the huzz. I don't know why I'm speaking like this. Had a little garden in the middle of it too. Not too bad. After walking through all that, his mini garden over there, through a tunnel, had another little garden area. I'd live here today. What the hell? That was a very big house. Bigger than my house today. This just makes me feel even more useless. How did some dude 2,000 years ago have a bigger house than me? This now is the town centre. Pretty big space. I need to look up how many people lived here. I'm curious. I'd come here on a night out, you know? Come here, everyone's just chilling, get some music on, start drinking, get pissed. This right here, I believe, would have been the gym 2,000 years later, and it still looks better than pure gym. No surprise there. Going to pure gym is like entering hell. Okay, so I finally looked it up. Pompeii's population at the time would have been about 20,000 people, and I believe I should be entering what is the big theater. This right here used to be able to seat 5,000 people, and it was used for gladiator fights and plays, so theater, stuff like that. Seeing all of this is making me question how much we've actually evolved. Like, no doubt we've evolved technologically, structurally, but how much have we evolved as humans? Like, it seems like their day-to-day life, from working to entertainment to everything they really did, was very similar to what we do today. What do we do differently, really? We've realized that slavery is bad. We're not that much smarter. Not at all. I'm probably dumber than most of the people that lived here. I'm walking around with a camera talking to myself. Let's be honest. One thing that has evolved is our height, because, dude, I'm short. But I kind of have to duck down to get in here. This is the type of thing I would love to have a time machine for, just so I could see people's faces when the volcano finally erupted. Nah, I'm playing. Why would I want to see that? I'd have to be a psychopath to want to see that. Nah, I'm playing. But this here would have been the main road. It would have been shops, pubs, buy your clothes, food, bit of everything. Oh, so here is where the people trying to escape were caught up, ended up stuck like this. Seeing the bodies of children made me feel so weird about coming here. Such a huge tragedy that's now a tourist attraction that people pay money to come and see. It's beautiful to be able to see the way humans used to live 2,500 years ago. But at the same time, seeing the bodies is one of the things I was most interested in seeing before coming here. What is this area? This is beautiful. Big garden. I was just saying how beautiful this is. I just found out it's a necropolis, so it's a cemetery where people were buried. I am done with death. I've just seen the 13 people who were turned to stone. Then I ended up in the necropolis, so let's move on from all the death. I'm gonna go to the amphitheater. Which is where gladiators used to fight and kill each other. Okay, there's no escaping death in this place, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we know what happened, so we might as well embrace it. I believe this is the amphitheater, which is actually older than the Colosseum. Here we are. I am bang in the middle. Imagine thousands of people gather around, shouting at you to kill another man. Entertainment. Humans will do anything to be entertained. I'm starting to feel the lack of sleep now. Woke up at 5, I think I went to bed like 2 or 3. Starting to feel it now. Alright, since this is where gladiators' lives ended, this is where I'll end the vlog. That sounded a bit weird. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's the end of the vlog. I'll see you next week. Bye.